How's it going, everybody? Just loaded a video. It's loading. It's going to take a while. It ended up being 40 something. It's a 44-minute video. And oh boy, do we start off with Michael's comments. I'll show you a lot of stuff. The Super Bowl was added up a week. They added a week to the season, I should say. Used to be 17 weeks with 16 games. So you had a bye week where your team had a week off. Well, now it's an 18-week season. 6 + 6 + 6 is 18. You get the year of the tiger that begins February 1st. Now, you can go down before the eye of the tiger, but I show you so much eye of the tiger predictive programming with the LSU tiger in the right eye in the middle of the field. And then they have this guy was, of course, they were playing Gainesville. The Devil's Advocate came from Gainesville. They were playing the Gators, and they were talking about the eye of the tiger pie from this restaurant. And the eye of the tiger in the middle of the field, and you can tell it's the right eye. Well, the concrete truck in the Dark Knight is 121. And it's a green Mac, just like I drove. And we also showed you Vesper Lind. Her name is Eve Green or Eva Green. Eva stands for Eve in the English. And her birthday is on 7/6, which is the number for Adam. So she represents Adam and Eve. And in the movie No Time to Die, James Bond looks at the Eva Green tombstone and says, "I miss you," which means he misses Adam and Eve because that's who helped usher in all of this. And of course, God declared every bit of that. God's not cause and effect. He's not playing whack-a-mole. He's declared the end from the beginning. He declared every bit of this. But there's a lot of things that we cover. But the 121 is all over the movie The Dark Knight Rises. And Michael remembered that. Even though he has not seen the movie, he remembered it from my videos. And Theology Ed showed us on the stopwatches that Michael also brought up with Doc. It said one stopwatch was 120, and he was holding it next to the other stopwatch on the right. It said 121, which would be 120121 or 120121. And that's 3 days before a solar eclipse. And Donnie Darko wakes up on a golf course and rises. But when Donnie's laying down, the man is saying, "Son, son," talking to Donnie Darko, but he's saying the word sun, S-U-N. And the sun is over this man's right shoulder. And Patrick Swayze comes up and blocks the sun, which is a solar eclipse. And Donnie Darko rises, is awakened and rises on the third day. He's going to rise on the solar eclipse if he goes down on 1201. And interesting to see what thumbnail pops up, what thumbnail would I want to put in this video. But watch the whole video if you can stomach it. I mean, I know it's long. I gave you the nutshell shorter version, but I did want to point out all these words I'm going to do in gematria. When I looked up Dr. Pepper, which is Fansville, that's the whole theme of Fansville, college football. The national championship is on the 1st. January 15th does pop up because in Canada and I think all the European countries, most of the countries around the world will give you the date and then the month. They don't give you month, year, day. They give you day, month, year. So that would be 15th of January, which is Martin Luther King's birthday, which would have him rising on the wolf full moon. So that is still awfully, awfully, awfully big. So, and And Eye of the Tiger, of course, is the 888. 888, as we know, always comes to Donald J. Trump. And it'll be first. And there you get December 7th, which is when World War II began. And World War III is an offshoot of that. It's the next World War. You get the 888s, and there's the Donald J. Trump right there. The Year of the Tiger begins February 1st. The Super Bowl is moved up to February 13th, which kicks off Lupercalia, 3-day event, 13th, 14th, 15th. And you have a full moon on the 16th, the full moon of The Weeknd, who performed at last year's Illuminati halftime show. So I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to rank them. Wouldn't even know how to rank them. But that 12-1 and solar eclipse is looking big. He can rise on the solar eclipse like Jesus rose from the tomb, but then he also later ascended into heaven. Much later. Days, weeks later. So Trump theoretically die on the 1st, rise on December 4th, solar eclipse, and then ascend out of the bottomless pit on December 18th. Cellar door. That word ascend out of the bottomless pit is how it is written. Revelation 11:7, King James Version Bible Gateway. Not rose, ascend. And Jesus ascended much later after he rose from the dead. So when you see the eye spinning through the full moon, that's the ascension into heaven, not rising on the 3rd day. Theoretically. All theories must be based off facts. What was it going to? Okay. How many days after his death did Jesus ascend to heaven? 40th day after the resurrection. 40th day after the resurrection. In Christian belief, that doesn't mean they're right. What did Jesus do? But it might be. I mean, that might be biblical. Or about 40 days before his ascension. Or might give us something good. After his resurrection on Sunday morning following Passover, Jesus remained with his disciples for 40 days. Okay. He appeared to them over a span of 40 days and spoke about the kingdom of God. Okay. That would be around January 6th or January 7th. Let's just put it on the insurrection day. $33 days. So 40 days. Will be on the 13th. The full moon is on the 17th. Boy, if that would have been on a full moon, that would have been a perfect match. Perfect match. Anyway, try to watch the other video, watch this one, see what pops in your head. All right, love y'all.